Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Brandon. The channel is 540 Flips. Hope you are all doing well. Did the sales video yesterday. Figured let's try to keep with that theme, see how it goes. But before I get into it, want to touch a little bit. Uh, it's kind of cool to, obviously the channel is new, don't have many people watching, don't have many subscribers. If you watch, you like the content, hit the subscribe, like, comment, all of that. That definitely helps and would be awesome. But what else is cool is I've been on eBay for since the late 90s. I remember the days when personal checks or cash or money orders or whatever. I remember all of that. I remember the days when sellers would list items for a penny, buy it now, but have their shipping at $100 because it was $100 item, but it was a workaround, to not get charged eBay fees. Like I've been around eBay for a long time, but it was mostly just with sports cards. I didn't, if I had an item, maybe something that comes to mind, like an old MacBook. If I upgraded my MacBook or something like that, I'd toss the old one on eBay and, it had some resale value or whatever. But it was mostly sports cards. And the cool thing now, I've never really went out hunting for items or sourcing for, items at thrift stores or estate sales or whatever. I never really did that until the first of this year. So I am fresh into the reseller area, and I get to share my perspective of what's going on with everybody. And you guys can take that and compare it to maybe some of the larger channels or people that have been doing the general reselling, any general goods for a long period of time, and kind of see, like, is it matching up? Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something right? Like, it's pretty cool to be able to share the journey, not just for you guys, but for myself and my wife. We can see how things have gone. So I would definitely say since the beginning of the year when we started, things scaled a lot quicker than I expected, but it's also grown a lot better than I expected. The sales have done well. Um, it's fun. I try to explain to people, making the sales and that sort of stuff, that's the intent and the purpose. Obviously, making profit is the intent and purpose. But the funnest thing about it all is definitely going out treasure hunting, going out to an estate sale or a bin store or a Goodwill or, whatever, a yard sale, hopefully soon in my area. Hopefully they'll start, picking up on the yard sales and stuff. But it's that treasure hunting, that not knowing what you're going to find that day. And the reality to it is a lot of the larger channels, they're showing you videos specifically coordinated to, like, even sometimes put together over several weeks or several days, and montage together showing you things they bought. The truth is that's not the case. Like, you're not going to go out and find something every time you go out. That's just the reality to it. Last Friday, I went out. I was gone, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 hours, and traveled, a good bit because my area, there's not a lot here. So I normally have to travel at least an hour. And it was very discouraging because I hit places that historically have been very good for me to find things, and it just wasn't happening that day. Um, like it, and it was actually a day that I was hoping was really good. I needed a little pick me up that day, so to speak, and it just was bad. I spent $2 that day. I found two items, and really, those two items in normal circumstances, I wouldn't have even bought. But I had, like, been all day, not found anything. They were $1 a piece, and I was like, "What the heck?" It's something, right? I'm not coming home empty-handed. But you know, you're going to have those days. You're going to have days where you go hunting and you come home empty-handed. And that's kind of what all of this is. It's treasure hunting. It's going out trying to find things to resell, make good buys, buy low, sell high, that sort of thing. Um, but even outside of that, you're gonna have days, and I'm sure if you watch other channels, if you watch reselling and stuff like that, you've seen all the other people. I'm new, so I'm not sitting here to say what's happening one way or the other, but you're hearing a lot of sales are slow. You know, you're seeing a lot of videos about eBay issues. You're starting to hear a lot of people talking about cross posting and that sort of thing. And these folks have been doing this for a while. I don't know if this is necessarily their expectations. Their sales numbers historically have been so high, and now they're lower, that they're looking for um, other avenues for for income, or is it? And I don't want to make it sound like a bad thing, but is it some of these programs, like you're hearing a lot of people talk about List Perfectly, to do their cross posting? Is it a matter of them just, adding in extra revenue streams for um, affiliate links and stuff? Because believe it or not, these folks that have been doing this for a long time, a lot of them make, you know, good money on eBay, but I would almost bet that they're probably crushing it on YouTube and affiliates and stuff and sponsorship. So, um, I'm new to this. I'm not like, I have days where I'm like, this sucks, you know, but I also have cards and stuff, like, so if shoes aren't selling, I can go dig into a box of cards and list some cards. And so I do have other things that I can fall back on. Hell, I have comic books. I have like 10,000 comic books that I haven't even touched yet, that I've had for over a year. I bought it off of a local friend who since has moved, and haven't even dug through them. I don't even know what's in there, but he was looking to get rid of them. It made sense at the time, and then I was like, "What the hell am I doing with all of these?" So, but I do have that stuff I can fall back on as well. Um, but it's rewarding. It's feels like an accomplishment when that sound, that notification goes off, and hey, that item sold. Um, so that does, it is exciting when that doesn't happen. It sucks. It's a bummer when you have long periods, but on on top of that, I do feel there is issues with the eBay platform. There is folks that have been talking about it ad nauseum. And if you just notice, I'm like, again, I'm still new to this, but I've noticed my sales come in waves. Like they come, I'll get like two or three in a row, then I might go several hours with nothing, and then two or three in a row, several hours with nothing. So it's kind of hit or miss. It's kind of like the resale roller coaster, I guess. But I have to learn to not let it bother me and just keep pushing, keep listing, that sort of thing, and just have fun with it. And yeah, so today is going to be an example of that. Yesterday, I had 10 items. I had told you guys, was like 700 bucks or something in sales on Tuesday, I think it was. Today, I don't have that many, but it's still decent. So let me go over here and we will get to it. So, first item here, this is a Lionel um, 6-14147 old style clock tower. Um, just for little accessory, you can set it up. You can put a battery in it, and it will tell time and everything. But this sold for $29.99 plus shipping. That came from the big estate buy, the train estate sale buy. Next up, I have this in a little baggie so it doesn't like get wet. But this is something we just picked up last weekend and it's already sold. So these things do happen. This is an Olympus Pearl Quarter S701. It's a little pocket personal recorder with a little micro cassette in there. We did put batteries in and check to make sure that it worked and everything, and it did. This sold for $24.99 plus shipping. I think this was $3.99 or $4.99 at Goodwill when we were out last weekend. Another Goodwill buy, actually from the same Goodwill. I seen these. I almost like walked right past them, and then I spotted them. Um, I thought my daughter might actually want these, but they are a little too big for her. But it is a nice, clean pair of older style Doc Martens. These were $9.99. You actually see where they like marked over the sticker. They do that so people don't peel the stickers off. But a nice little pair, they're a smaller size, so I wasn't sure how well they would do. They actually sold within a couple days of listing them, and these sold for 39.99 plus shipping. So they were 9.99, so not bad there. Next up, I mentioned in yesterday's video I was waiting for payment on something that they paid today. It is a Pampered Chef mini stainless steel whisk, just a small little whisk there, but it is Pampered Chef, still sealed in the package, so brand new here. This was $13.19 on the when I sent out the offers, plus shipping with that. And then let's see here. This is get this little guy out, or lady, I should say. This is 1979 Tonka Toys female lady mechanic in an orange jumpsuit action figure. This came from the first ever estate sale I went to. Um, I don't know that I'll ever replicate that sale. Uh, it was amazing that it was my first one that I had ever attended, and I actually went for an item that I didn't even get because it was like the first thing I went for, and somebody else had gotten to it right before. Like I was literally walking up and they grabbed it. Um, but I wound up not losing, not giving up on the sale, hunting around and found a ton of vintage action figures, vintage toys at very, very cheap cost. And that sale has paid way more than I spent at it. In fact, four pieces alone that I spent $4 on um, made four times as much that I spent at the entire sale. So still paying off. I still have other stuff. I don't even have everything listed from that sale still. Um, but yeah, that one definitely was beginner's luck, no doubt about it. But was awesome to attend and actually be right on some of the stuff I bought. And then last up, I mentioned sports cards. It is a 2019 Panini NFL Player of the Day DK Metcalf rookie card, and that sold for $8 plus shipping. So all total, what I need to package up right now is six items for $167.58. So not terrible. I get happy when it's like consistently above 200. But there's going to be days where that doesn't happen. If it kind of like evens out around that, averages out, that's not too terrible. Um, so just have to keep plugging along, and hopefully this is just another situation with like eBay doing updates or what have you. It happened last month, and then sales just started picking up really well. Like I said, I had let's see, Monday, March 13th, 1350.77 in sales. Thursday, March 9th, 1287.17 in sales. So um, March 10th, I had 582. So back to back days, like that was $1,800 in sales in 2 days. So um, hopefully it picks back up. I don't expect $1,000 days, but hopefully it does pick back up and just levels out. I like the consistency. When it's like this, it sucks, but it's gonna happen. So, but anyway, that's enough for today. I appreciate all of you. Again, if you watch, you enjoy the content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, comment below. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll likely be out and about. Maybe I'll fire up the GoPro and try to get some content from like being at sales or something, and show you guys a different perspective of like where I go, where I hunt, that sort of stuff. Um, I'm not s you know, the cool thing is I know a lot of people say, "Oh, the YouTubers are staged, staged." No, it's not staged. You can go and find really great things, but then you're gonna have days where it sucks. Like, you just are, and I think where people get confused with the 2 is when they edit videos together and it's just them buying, 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 you have to take that with a grain of salt because it's over multiple days or multiple weeks, and it's not like they just went out one day and bought a ton of stuff. It was pieced together. So, but are there good deals out there? Most definitely. And you just got to go treasure hunting and find them. So that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Until the next one, I'm out.